Good morning, everybody. This is your host, Travis. Welcome to the Quiet Minds podcast. Now, I want to take a couple seconds to reflect on a few things and to say, I'm sorry. I've neglected you. I've neglected myself. And it happens. It is something that we do all the time. For me, I neglected everything that I was supposed to be doing. I neglected streaming. I neglected this podcast. I neglected myself. And it wasn't until recently that I finally was able to sit here and go, you know what? Time to get over shit. Time to no longer dwell. Time to get back in it. Time to ride again. Try to find the energy. And I have. I'm slowly getting it back. The energy is there. That is a promise. I know that not everything happens all the time. I do. I know that things are different. I know that things get in the way. I know that things often aren't as they seem. And when you have others telling you, hey, where's this at? Where's the podcast? Where is it? Come on, let me see it. Give it to us. We get to a position where life gets in the way. Life truly gets in the way. And we get to a point where we don't want to do things. We don't want to get there. We don't want to do this. We don't want to do that. We don't want to get out of bed. That's where I was. I just didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to do shit. I wanted to come in, game, and that's it. Didn't want to stream. Wanted to do a podcast, but life throws you curveballs in the sense of it doesn't allow you to be here. Mentally, it does not allow you to be here. It gives you a sense of, well, you did this. What are you going to do now? And for me, I was trying to find, what do I do now? I was trying to find what do we do from here? Work and life has taken me to a position that I did not think I could be at. And it's quite disturbing that I've allowed it to happen the way that it did. And you're going to see me adjust everything that I'm wearing right now. Trying to attract some sponsorship. JBL, I need some new headsets. That'd be nice. Fabletics, I need a new beanie, even though I love this one. But at the end of the day, we need to start doing what's best for us. And what's crazy to think is I wasn't prepared for it at all. I just wasn't. I was not prepared to handle the ideas that I wanted. And to think that we were in this place of acceptance for yourself, it's really hard to kind of bounce back from. It really is. It's really hard to bounce back from. And it's crazy to think that there's a lot of things that we just don't realize. And I'm going to try to get a few people in here. We're still going to have Marcel. We're still going to be doing a lot. And what's crazy is I'm trying to find more. I'm trying to find more, right? And I'm trying to find a way for us to grow as a community, as, you know, trying to do the things that we need to do. And that's the crazy thing is like, where do we find this? Where do we find it? And you got to start looking within yourself. It's not about if this person's going to go, if this person's cool, if this person wants to be your friend, if this person's going to help you. In all reality, the only person that's going to help you is you. I mean, you're going to have the backup. That no lie, no shit. You will have the backup. You will have the people who actually want to promote you, who want you to succeed. And what's crazy is we've hit a spot in life that you kind of blink and it happens. It's just fucking gone. And we look at it in the sense of, well, oh well, it's gone. It's over. It's on to the next fucking thing. But it's not. We have to get out of that mindset of thinking that it's going. That's it. We're done. We have to get out of that mindset because we can always grow. We continuously can grow within each other and within ourselves. And that's the thing that I'm trying to promote now, is to give somebody the opportunity to thrive within themselves. Some days I don't, some days I can. And that is the gist of it. Is there are days that I'm on the struggle bus. I've been on the struggle bus since September. And I've been lying to myself about it. I've been saying, yeah, no, we're fine. We're good. We're happy. It's fine. And it's crazy to think that we are in this place of non-acceptance. And we have to really get out of that non-acceptance because it's going to drown us. And that's, for me, that it was drowning me. I will wholeheartedly say it was drowning me. And we have to figure out how to get away from that mindset, because it's crazy to think that we're still in this fucking void. We're in this void that we think that we can't get out of, but we can. And we just need to thrive for it. And that's what we got to look at. We got to look at the thriving. Because if we don't, we don't. And we want to thrive, man. Why can't we thrive? We got to thrive for each other. We got to thrive for ourselves. And we have to look at the bigger fucking picture. And that bigger picture is you. Bigger picture is me. Bigger picture is being in control of that fucking emotion. Bigger picture is saying, you know what? We're going to get up and we're going to enjoy the day. We're not going to allow ourselves to be in self fucking wallow. Because sometimes is it worth it? Because I don't think it is. And I know it's not. But it's things that happen. It's things that we do. And the wild part about it all, September. It's now February. It is fucking February. And the times of saying, yeah, I'm going to put it out. I'm going to fucking bring in. I'm going to give a new fucking episode. We're going to fucking do it. The day that comes to record, I don't want to do it. Because I'm not mentally there to do it. Today's a different day. Today's the day that we're allowing ourselves to rejoice. We are allowing ourselves to come and be joyous because that's what we need. That's what we're doing. Because if not, like, what the fuck are we doing here? If we're not boosting ourselves and if we're not boosting each other, dude, come on. Why are you here? You know why you're here. It's the simple, hard truth of why you are here. You're here because you know you are struggling. I fucking struggle all day long. One of my worst days was yesterday. Now, I made it through. I'm here. I'm awake. I didn't stop because I won't. I'm here because I want to be here. I'm here because it's the best place for me. And that's the thing. You got to be here for yourself. If you're not here for yourself, then who are you here for? That's what we got to look at. We got to look at why we are here. We got to look at what we are doing. We got to look at the concept of reality and why we're doing the things that we're doing. We got to look at it in the bigger light. We got to look at it in the way of the world. The world doesn't love us. Truly doesn't. We can only love ourselves. And that's what we really have to start looking at and start realizing that sometimes we got to do it ourselves because nobody else is going to. We are trying to be better. We want to be better Because that's the way that it is. In order to get off that struggle bus that you were on, you have to want it for yourself. If you do not want it for yourself, I can't help you. Your spouse can't help you. Your friends can't help you. You have to want it for you. I want it for me. I don't want it for my wife. I don't want it for my kids. I want it for me. I want that sense of not pride. I'm not going to say it's pride because it's not. That's far from what it is. I want a sense of recognition within myself. Reconsolidation. Let's restructure the fucking mind that we have. Because we can. We're just choosing not to. Because everybody else thinks that's weak. You're soft. You're emotional. Oh, fucking well. It is something, oh, fucking well. Because we don't look at it in the sense of you're emotional. We look at it in the sense of you being a person, a human being with emotion. Without that emotion, what the fuck is the point? It's hard to feel and stay safe within yourself without others judging you, without others saying that you're a bitch. Because let's be real, it happens a lot. And we don't recognize it enough. We don't recognize it enough. We have to start boosting each other up when you know somebody's not doing good. At the end of the day, that person does matter. Whether you like them or not, that person still matters. That person still matters to somebody. That person still matters to themselves. I matter to myself. I'm sitting here doing this podcast right now by myself because I needed to. Because I needed to bring myself back to earth. Because I needed that. I needed this. Because I fucking love doing this. I enjoy it. As stupid as it is, I fucking enjoy it. I enjoy streaming. I don't do it for others. I do it for myself. And that's one thing that was part of me yesterday and the day before, that, you know what, just because you have 1, 2 viewers doesn't fucking mean shit. Because you're not out here for that. You're out here for yourself. The viewership will come. The community will come. As long as I'm still being true to myself. Just like this podcast. As long as we are true to ourselves and we can accept that sometimes we need some fucking help. Because days are hard. When is it not hard for us? You know when it's not hard for me? When my wife gets home, gives me a hug, gives me a kiss and says, I love you. That's when it's not hard. It's not hard, but it's a struggle. It's a struggle that we don't realize is going on. Because by the time it fucking hits us, what the fuck are we doing? We're getting pissed. We're angry. Some of us throw shit. Some of us punch shit. As long as you ain't punching your spouse, feel free to fucking punch a punching bag. I have this nice thick ass piece of wood that I punch once in a while. Because sometimes that's the relief we need. Just to get that anger out. And we got Yeti Tactics in here on this live. You know what? I mean, if that's what you got to do, that's what you got to do. I've done it. I've done it a few times. 3 weeks ago, to be exact, actually. I was in a very distraught state, and I was struggling. I got to a point where I thought I had failed my family. I thought I had failed myself. And shit happens. Shit does happen. But it's conversations that need to be talked about. Like, that's what we got to look at. It's conversations we got to talk about. Because we all struggle. Some way, somehow, we struggle. We can sit here and say, no, I don't. I'm good. And then you fucking go back and you sit down and you're like, fuck, what is wrong? Or you're like, I don't want to fucking do anything today. I don't want to do anything. I just want to be lazy. I'm going to play video games, but I'm not going to stream. I'm going to be here. I'm going to be present, but I'm not going to do anything. That's when we have to realize something is wrong. Because it'll start eating at you. It was eating at me. It was eating at me a lot. My stream times went down. My self-love went down for a bit. I wasn't loving myself. I knew I was depressed. But I had to overcome it. I had to find a way out of it. Because I don't like who I am when I'm depressed. I'm not the best person. I'm not the best person to be around. I'm not the best person to live with. I am very... I'm still there. I won't lie. I'm still there. I'm still having a hard time. I'm still struggling. And that is one of the things that is just fucking A sometimes. You just want to cry, dude. And I have. I'll admit it. I've cried because sometimes that's the best relief, is getting it out there and just grieving the depression. That's what a lot of people don't realize. That's how we overcome it. Is we have to grieve it. We have to grieve what's going on. We have to realize some things are out of our control. But the things that are in our control is up here. That's in our control. That's the conversations we need to start having with each other and with ourselves. Because if we do not have these conversations, what is going to happen ultimately? I have found out recently that there are two career fields that have the highest suicide rate in this country. And it's fucking wild to me. It is fucking wild. Yeah, no. Don't cry because your man is fucking outdated. I don't give a fuck? It is outdated. It's outdated to the point where if you sit there and say, I don't cry because I'm a man, bullshit. I will call bullshit because you're hiding from yourself. You're hiding from the fact that you are a man and men do cry. We want to talk about, we've touched on this. We want to talk about you fall down, you cry, and you're told, stop crying, get back up, do it again. Stop crying, get back up, do it again. Stop crying, get back up, do it again. That's the shit that I went through as a kid. Fall, get right back up, do it again. Fall, 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 fall. Every time I fell, get back up, get back up, get back up, get back up. Not once did I have, hey, it's okay to fall. Yes, we do have to get back up. Take your time. Never once did I get that. As an extreme sports kid, growing up and then having the surgery that I had made me realize you have to stop getting back up so fast. Because at the end of the day, the repeating falling down, getting back up, falling down, getting back up, and never taking the time to realize why you are falling just to get back up and do it again. I struggle. I struggle a lot. I struggle with my mental health. I struggle with, I'll say, physical deformity. I struggle with my internal health, which leads to my mental health. And that's the crazy part, is 19 years ago, I'm actually coming up on 20 years. 20 years ago, a week from Wednesday, I would have had my first accident and my first major arrest. And the thing is with it is we're here. And we're trying to bring things together. And we're still learning. We're still learning about everything. Thank you for that, Yeti. I do appreciate it. Just to let everybody know, we are recording this podcast and we are live on Twitch right now. So some people get this live, some people get this recorded. I'm talking about you, Pro Dragon Slayer. So what's crazy about all this, right, is 20 years. I'm going on 20 years of I'm going on 20 years of this shit. 20 years ago, around March 4th, I don't know if it was the first, but I had what's called a partial complex seizure. I was here, I was coherent, but I wasn't. I ended up crashing into a family friend's car. Ended up being arrested. It was my 19th birthday. Crazy to fucking think. My 19th birthday. Got arrested, got released. Couldn't tell you why I was arrested because I don't remember it. I have no recollection. Fast forward to July, I'll say 12th. I'm not sure of that date. Had my second partial complex seizure behind the wheel. Now, mind you, we didn't know about these at the time. And this is what really fucked me up for a while. Because I didn't know what it was. Couldn't tell you why. I was just 2 accidents in less than a year, the same exact formality. First accident, I remember making a right. That's it. Second accident, making a left-hand turn. Next thing I know, from that accident in July, I was waking up to a paramedic getting ready to declare me DOA. For those of you who don't know what DOA is, dead on arrival. I hit a 4-foot diameter pole, cement pole. And from what people have said, I hit it going about 55. We fast forward to October. I want to say October. Out with friends. I wasn't driving. I haven't been driving since the accident. Out with friends. These are going to be Sunday streams with a Wednesday release date. And it's that one is what triggered everything else. We were at a stoplight. We were coming back from downtown LA. Had another partial complex seizure. This time I had grabbed the steering wheel and started trying to drive the vehicle. A couple weeks later, about a month later, happened in front of my parents. One of the few times that it's happened. And that's when they realized something was wrong. Like truly, truly wrong. December dates. Some dates I remember, some dates I don't. This date I do remember. December 12th of 2026. I was diagnosed with a very, very rare brain tumor. I had developed a brain tumor with a cyst. And looking at this recollection, looking at this history, 5 years old. I was 5 years old since that thing started growing. No doctor wanted to run scans. And that fucks you up. As an adult, it really fucks you up. Because mentally you sit there and go, well, if they would have found it sooner, I probably wouldn't be in the situations that I'm in. I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be in this position. I wouldn't be this. I wouldn't be that. I would be doing this. I would have done that. It fucks you up mentally. For a very long time. I'm still fucked up 20 years later. We fast forward January 23rd, 2007. January 23rd, 2007. Right temporal brain tumor extraction. Nobody could tell me what the fucking tumor was at the time. Nobody wanted to. Nobody wants to tell a 19-year-old you have a glioblastoma of the right temporal lobe. Nobody wants to say that. Nobody wants to tell a 19 going on 20-year-old, you've had this thing since you were 5. What did you do to stop? What did you do for this thing to rear its ugly ass head? And it was me stopping smoking. That's what did it. And then you realize, if I would have kept smoking, how long would it have gone? How long would it have gone unnoticed? And you start getting in this mindset of the what if. And it gets you down to a fucking rabbit hole. And it fucks you up mentally. But the worst part about this, get up, do it again. Get up, you're fine. Shake it off. You can do this. You're fine. It's time to get out of that bed. Get up. Do it again. Wasn't having the real courage to take it in and realize what the fuck just happened. I remember laying in that hospital bed, dead center of the night. Pain would not go away. You're going to see an emotional side of this one. Pain would not go away. I called my dad. Mike, I can't sleep. Pain is a lot. I just want to go home. The shortest answer that I got, you'll be all right. It'll be fine. Just tell them you need more painkillers. You'll get some sleep. "20 years is going to be going by. Same words. Get up and do it again. Don't get me wrong. I've gotten up. I've done it again. Over and over and over and over. But I never stopped to think, why did I fall in the first place? And that's the fucking thing that we don't ask. Why do we fall? Why do we fall? Because we don't take the time to listen to ourselves. We're not listening to our brain. We're definitely not listening to our heart. And that's the shit that we have to really look at. Why do we fall the way that we do? Why does the smallest minuscule thing set us off? Why does it sit there and be like, fuck the world, I fucking hate everybody, fuck this, fuck that, why? Why does it get to that point? Because we don't realize that we've gotten to that point yet. We don't realize that some days we struggle. And when we struggle, we take it out on everybody else. When we struggle, we take it out on ourselves and we take it out on our family. Those are the real fucking heroes right there. the ones who can understand that we do take it out on them, and the ones who are still here supporting us. Because at the end of the day, the stability that we have is our spouse. And like what else do we do from that? We talk, we open up, we express, we cry, we be fucking emotional, because that's what it means to be a man. That's what it truly means. That's what it truly means to be a man, is to actually be able to open up and be vulnerable. Be vulnerable with each other. Be vulnerable with yourself. Because sometimes, you know what? You gotta fucking let shit go and just cry. You gotta be that emotional portion of it. You have to. Because if not, you're just I'll say it, you're just an asshole. Honeypot's got a point. We may not know why we fall, but getting up lets us know we are strong. But I will sit here and say, you got to take the time. You got to take the time to get back up. Because that's when you know you're stronger. Because that's when you realize, hey, I started breaking here. Let me think on that. Let me understand why. Without understanding, we just continuously repeat the same cycle over and over and over. Fall, get back up. Fall, get back up. Fall, get back up. We have to allow ourselves to realize and take the time getting back up. We have to, because at the end of the day, man, we're just repeating that vicious cycle as kids. Because that's what we still are at heart. We're kids. We want to just continue. But as adults, it fucks you up. It truly does. I've had multiple careers in my life. I have 2 that I enjoyed, and I have 3 that I don't. It is what it is. It's life. You have to realize that sometimes you fall. It's where you get back up. It's where you find your purpose. Whether you fall 20 times, 5 times, 6 times, 100 times, take the time to get back up, because at the end of the day, you getting back up and you pushing yourself for the reason why you fell is what does make you stronger. It allows you to bring a sense of relief to your heart and to your mind. And for me, I got that slight minuscule accomplishment around Christmas. I hated Christmas. I hated it with a passion. For 20 years, I hated it. 19 years. It'll be 20 years this year. 19 years, I hated it. Most of you can relate. Some of you can't. And the ones that can't relate, enjoy it. Enjoy it while you can. But always understand that door can close. December 2005 was my grandfather's last Christmas. And it wrecked me. It was his favorite holiday. And it wrecked me. We just We just celebrated 20 years of his passing on February 3rd. I struggle with that every day still because he was my best friend. And it's hard to get over. Any death is hard to get over. Any death will fuck you up mentally too. It's just how you get back up and how you allow yourself the time to grieve. Because if you don't allow yourself to grieve, you do not allow yourself to be mentally there. And you have to be prepared for it. And good morning to you, GCA Journeyman, who has been on the show a few times or two. He'll be on again. That is guaranteed. He will be on again. And we have a lineup that we're trying to get on. We have some feelers out to a couple people. I'm not going to say who because I'm not going to get my hopes up, because if they come on, they come on. If they don't, they don't. At least right now, right? But at the end of the day, we have to start really looking at ourselves. Why are we following the way that we do? For me, I was allowing myself to fall to make sure my wife was happy, to make sure she was thriving, to make sure she had the opportunities that she needed. And I was not paying attention to myself. And I realized that. I realized that the other day. I realized that pretty bad the other day. And it manifested over into yesterday. And I realized that, you know what? Whatever happens at this point, it happens. It's going to happen. Why are we fighting it? Why do we fight the inevitable sometimes? You're going to fall. How are we getting ourselves back up is the question. For me, I'm in front of you guys right now. I'm here. I'm awake. I'm alive. I have energy. Even though I'm tired as shit, I have energy. I'm putting more effort not only into my new business venture, and into my stream. Because at the end of the day, I'm streaming for me, and I will get there when I get there. I will get there one follower at a time, one viewer at a time. We will get there. My words to everybody, we will get there, and I know we will. Because without the support of each other, we just continuously fall. And we don't want to continuously fall. We want to be able to thrive. Because when we thrive, fuck, man, there's a lot we can do. Not just for yourself, but for your friends, for your family. There's a lot. And we just got to realize this. Absolutely, honeypot, right there. My wife will tell me that all day long. But at the same time, I don't want her to bear the burden of my anger. And it's hard. It's hard for us. Because we hold it in. We allow ourselves to be the angry guy. We allow ourselves to be there. And that's the hard part, you know? We don't realize how truly hard we are pushing ourselves. And that's what we have to stop doing. We have to. Because it's, you know, we have to be patient. We have to be patient with ourselves. Without being patient with ourselves, we are kidding ourselves. And that's what we need to realize. We have to realize that we are here for each other. We're here for ourselves. We're here to be stable. We're here to be able to come through. Yes, that rhymed, and I don't care. Stable, enabled. We have to realize that some days are better than others. And we have to be able to talk. We have to be able to be emotional. We have to be able to show that we're men. And the only way to show that we're real men is by being vulnerable. Because that's how we fucking grow. Realizing that we don't grow is part of our problem. We don't realize it. We sit there and we're like, yes, I'm fine. It's cool. I'll get up. Fuck it. It is what it is. But it's not. Like, fuck. At what point do we realize that we need to be vulnerable? At what point is it, I've fallen? Fuck. Why did I fall? Let me be vulnerable about it. And then you get back the fuck up and you do it again. And if you fall again, you take the time, you realize what happened, why it happened, what did you do, what could you have done better. You get the fuck up and do it again. But you have to be vulnerable for it. You have to be able to fall and fall with grace. And you got to learn how to cry. If you don't cry, you're not a man. At the end of the day, if you do not cry, you're not a man. You are just somebody who is stubborn and refuses to grow. We have to get the conversation started. And that's why we are here. That's why we are the Quiet Minds. Because at the end of the day, the people who cannot be vulnerable are the ones that stay quiet. That was me for a very long time. And we're doing our best. Because we have to be. We have to be vulnerable. We have to show things. We have to be able to breathe. Because without breathing, what the fuck are we doing? We're not thriving. We're not surviving. We're just a fucking person that's just standing. But we need to breathe. We need to be vulnerable. We need to talk about shit. Talk about the past. 20 years. 5 years, 2 years, 3 years, 30 years. We got to talk about it. Because that's the shit that holds to your mind. That's the shit that dwells. That's the shit that makes you fall. It's life. But you don't have to fucking hold on to it forever. Certain things, unfortunately, don't leave. For me, glioblastoma, right temporal lobe, at 19 years old. Something that's not found in a teenager. We fast forward 2012, stage 2, right temporal glioblastoma. You go into a rabbit hole. Man, what if they would have found this when I was younger? Man, what if they found it when I was 10? What if they found it when I was 12? And then you realize, fuck, what if they would have? What if they found it when I was a kid? Would I be here? Would life be different? Would I have the facial deformity that I have? Would I have the hearing impairment? Don't know. That's the shit that fucks you up. That's the knowledge that goes deep in your mind and makes you wonder shit. That's the base for me. That's the basis of my mental instability. That's the basis of my anger. It's the basis of me not being able to control my anger. Because a big piece of my brain was taken out. It was taken out 3 times by cancer. Only one surgery, though. But that surgery is the one that fucked me up for good. That's the one that makes me question life. But I will sit here and say that that surgery allowed me to say goodbye to my grandfather. I may not be religious, and that's fine. But I do know that there is an afterlife. Or else my grandfather would not have visited me when I was under surgery and tell me everything was going to be fine. But again, it fucks you up, and it fucks you up permanently. Whether it's a small thing, big thing, minuscule fucking argument that you had with a neighbor or a friend in junior high, high school, elementary school, that shit can fuck you up, and you don't realize it. We have to realize it. We have to talk about it. We have to be able to sit there and say, fuck, man, why did that happen? Well, let's take a look at it. If you don't remember it, fuck it. Maybe it's time to go reach out to that person and be like, hey, look, I can't remember what happened, but, some things happened between us, and I just want you to let you know we're all good. My apologies. Be that person. Be that person that fucking apologizes for that shit. Because at the end of the day, That's what makes you a man. It allows you to be vulnerable as fuck. For me, it's apologizing to myself. Apologizing to myself for not making more of an effort and telling my parents when shit was going wrong. That's where I'm at. I'm trying to forgive myself. Because who knows, if I would have forgiven myself and if I would have just said, I am having a problem and I don't know what it is, they probably would have found that tumor in high school. I'd probably be the same, but they would have found it in high school. They would have found it. They would have been able to in and out. But at the end of the day, I can't change the past. I can only apologize for it. Because that's what's making me vulnerable. That's what makes me allow myself to move forward. We have to be able to move forward from shit in our past. Because we dwell on it and we don't realize that we do. I'm realizing that I do sitting here talking to you guys. I dwell on it. But I dwell on it because I see it in the mirror every day. And I have to learn how to forgive myself. And I have to learn how to accept it. Because that's what being vulnerable means, is learning, adapting, accepting. Just like we need to accept the help when the help is being thrown at us. Whether it's from our spouse, whether it's from our friends, whether it's from a coworker. Accept the fucking help. Because at the end of the day, that may be the thing that you need. And we have to look at it that way. If we can't look at it that way, what are we doing? We're just causing more problems for ourselves. We're allowing ourselves to be angry. Why the fuck do we have to be angry all the time? I don't like it. I know I'm angry all the time. I may not show it on my stream all the time, but I am. But I'm angry for reasons. I'm angry because, well, right temporal lobe glioblastoma. That's what I'm angry about. That's what I'm angry about today. Tomorrow will be something different. Tomorrow will be my diagnosis not even 10 years ago, about 11 years ago. 12 years ago, actually. If we're going to look at it. But we're here. We're back. Everybody, this is the Quiet Minds podcast. And we are back. I just want to leave everybody off with a good note. So we're going to try something real quick. Hopefully it works the way that I want it to. Just to let everybody know. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Impact One Media, where you can make an impact today. This podcast is brought to you by Impact One Media. Everybody, I hope you have a great Sunday. Have a great day. We will see you guys next time. Again, welcome to the Quiet Minds podcast. Have a great day. We're going to go do something real quick. I haven't done it yet. I have to find out something. So until then, we're not done yet. So we're just going to really look at the life. Like what do we do in the concept, right? What are we doing this for? We're doing this for ourselves. We're doing this to gain truth to ourselves. We're just trying to do something for us. And that's what we have to realize that we need to do. We have to do this. We have to talk about it. Because if we don't talk about it, what the fuck are we doing? Right? Like, what are we doing? For me, I'm trying to build my empire. I'm trying to build my platform. I'm trying to build Impact One Media. Because at the end of the day, you got to do it for yourself. You got to do it for yourself. You can't just allow others and allow things to stop you from doing things. Because, like, what do we do? Like, where do we go with that information, right? Where do we hit that? Where do we hit that? And we're not realizing that we're actually hurting ourselves over everything. That's the struggle. That's the struggle that we're on. And we have to really, really brace the impact of us. And I want us all to know that we are here. We will listen. And we're going to get through it. Because we need it. We need to be able to push through this shit. And that's the thing. That's the impact. The impact of us, the impact of each other. That's what we have to really look at. And that's what we're going for. So we're going to take the next 15 minutes to really reflect on today's show. We're going to reflect on past shows. And we're going to reflect on the future. Even though, the future. We can't reflect on the future, but, we can reflect on something. But we will have Marcel back. Marcel's just going through some shit too. We are going to be fruitful. We're going to be adventurous. We're going to be trying to get new people in. We are going to research what people need. What do you need? What do I need? What does Marcel need? What does your spouse need from you? You know what your spouse needs from you? Honesty, vulnerability. Because where's the vulnerability if it's not there, right? We have to bring that. We have to bring it. We have to utilize everything that we have at our fingertips. It's very funny that growing up, we were told you have the internet at your fingertips. Well, we have it. And it's far past our fucking fingertips because you don't know what's right and what's wrong anymore. You don't know what's truth. You don't know what's a lie. The only truth that you know is what's in your mind. And that too will affect you. You have to be able to take a break from the internet. You got to be able to take a break from the phone. That's part of the internet nowadays. We got the Facebook on the internet. We got the Facebook on the phone. But that's the thing. Some of us need to actually just put the fucking phone down and have a real conversation about why we struggle. And that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of face-to-face connection, phone-to-phone connection, video-to-video connection. It's being able to have that ultimate talk with one another. The human connection is the biggest connection you can find. And that's what the thing is, and that's what we're missing. We're missing that human connection. We're missing everything as a whole. And I think that's where our mental health, that's where our mental health is. And that's what we have to realize. Because the questions we have to have the honest conversations. Why are we this way? Why can't we reflect? Why are we able to not push forward? For me, I can't push forward because my stubborn ass mind doesn't allow me to. And for me, that's a problem. It's a big problem. Because it's like, what do we do? Where do we go? How do we allow ourselves to be better? And it's just, fuck. What are we doing? Why can't we do this? We have to breathe. That's what it is we just have to fucking breathe sometimes. Because without breathing and without taking the reflection of like just it fucking builds, man. It does. And we have to look at it that way. Why can't we look at it that way? Because we have this impacted in our brain. Get up. Get back up. Do it again. Get up. Do it again. Get back up. Do it again. Get back up. Do it again. Rub dirt on it. And we don't realize we're fucking ourselves up by not taking the time to slowly get back up. We're just getting up, do it again. Get it up, do it again. Get it up, do it again. Get it up, do it again. Get up, do it again. And we have to break that mentality because that mentality hurts our mental health. And that's the thing is we have to really look at it from that human perspective, right? Do we get up, do it again as fast as we can? Or do we actually take the time? Do we take the time to analyze what happened and to breathe? Because we're going to keep falling the same fucking way. And that's the thing. That's we're not realizing. We're not realizing it in the sense of if we take the time to breathe, then guess what? We can get up, we can do it again, but we're going to do it in a different light. We're going to be able to bring things to why we failed the first time. We have to realize that. We have to realize that. And we're not realizing that. That's what hurts us the most. We're not vulnerable enough to actually take the moment and realize why we fall. We have to. And it's going to sound like a repeated cycle. Same conversation, same conversation, same conversation, same words, different phrases, different times of this podcast, different times. It's all the same thing. It all comes down to one thing. Not me hitting this mic, but it's your mind. It's your mentality of I can do this on my own. I don't need anybody else. I'm a man. I can do it. I don't need it. I don't need therapy. Fuck yes, you do need therapy. If you sit there and say that I don't need therapy, you fucking need therapy. You wholeheartedly need therapy. I will be the biggest advocate for you. I'll be the biggest advocate for yourself and for your mental health. Because your mental health matters. You matter. I matter. Your sanity matters. And that's the crazy thing. We don't realize that as we continuously grow older. We don't realize that it matters. And we just bury shit. Whether you're a man, whether you're a woman, you continuously bury shit from the past. And you just have to learn acceptance. You have to accept that shit happened. You have to accept not much I can do now. It is what it is. But you have to be able to move forward. And if you can't move forward, you're stuck. You're in that same rut. You're in that same get up, do it again. Get up, do it again. Day in, day out. You're not allowing yourself to fucking breathe. And that's the hard part, right? That is the hard part. Hard part is getting up. Because you want to get up so fast and you're not realizing why you fell in the first place. You're not realizing it. You're not realizing you fall and why you fall. That's the fucking beauty of being a man and being vulnerable, is you fall and you realize shit. Things that you don't even know are fucking bothering you. And you're just like, well, what the fuck do I do now? You take the time and you breathe. Seek therapy if you need it. Don't sit there and say, I don't need therapy, because you need therapy. It's plain and simple. You have to breathe. Because without breathing, you're falling and falling and falling. And that's the hard part for everybody. Is we're not taking the time to breathe. We're not taking the time to get up. We're not taking the time to be vulnerable. We're not taking the time to allow ourselves what we need. And that's recovery. That's the recovery. The recovery is getting up. And the recovery is how we get up. We have to be able to recover from ourselves. We have to be able to recover. We have to be able to recover. For me, I'm recovering today. Today I rejoiced. Last night I rejoiced. I may not have faith, but I know the universe is allowing me to do this. The universe is giving me strength. The universe is telling me what I need to do. And that is to be here on this screen. That is the be here promoting this, to promote your mental health awareness. Because at the end of the day, it's all you got. And it's either you're on a good, you're going to be on a good note, you're going to be on a bad note. It happens. It's life, right? It's life. You have a good day, you have a bad day. You have a great day, you have a fucked up day. That is the balance. But you cannot let the fucked up days win. And that's where a lot of us struggle. We allow those fucked up days to win. And we don't realize the better days is what's keeping us together. And that's what's keeping us strong. That's what's keeping us fucking human. That the better days allow us to do these things. That's what we need. We have to be able to we have to be able to breathe, you know? If we can't breathe, why are we here? You're here because you're interested in the conversation. That's why. It's the conversation that everybody's looking for. It's a human connection. Again, sound like a broken record. It's the fucking human connection that we're looking at. But at the end of the day, that's what makes us who we are, is the human connection to have that conversation. Without having those conversations, we're denying ourselves. And we're denying it wholeheartedly. And we need to not deny it. Right? We have to be able to adjust to the atmosphere. We have to be able to adjust to a bad day. We have to be able to adjust to a great day, because even though those great days are great, we still have these bad days that keep fucking us up. And that's okay. You just got to breathe through it. We have to, like, as people, we have to be able to breathe through it. As myself, I'm going to be probably the biggest fucking hey kettle, tea's black. And we have to look at it. We have to look at it to our advantage, to our mental health, because being vulnerable is the key. We need to look at it that way. And we're really not looking at it in that sense. We're not looking at it that being vulnerable is the key. Being vulnerable is the right way to go. We're not looking at it that way. We're looking at it as being vulnerable makes you weak. Being vulnerable is weakness. That's what a lot of people say. Vulnerability is weakness. Fuck no, it's not. Being vulnerable is strength. It is pure strength. And that's what we have to look at it as, pure strength. We have to be able to give ourselves the strength to be vulnerable. And that's where we're at. I'm being vulnerable right now, having a human conversation with everybody. Because without it, it's a struggle. And the struggle bus is fucking real. Some days are dark. Some days I don't want to do shit. Some days I just don't want to stream. I barely want to play a game. People see me happy, not realizing that I am struggling on the inside. That has been me for the last 5 months is I have been struggling. I haven't wanted to make a new episode, even though I should have. I didn't want to be streaming all the time, even though I should have. I did not want to do anything. The struggle was real. And that's the thing. The struggle was real. Looking at how I am now and how I am today, I'm happy today. This is me. This is the energy that we get. Is everything allows us to be able to be us and to be able to be human. We're able to breathe. Sundays may be the thing. Sundays may be the ticket. Until then, this is the Quiet Minds Podcast. I hope you